People aren't built tough anymore. They're built weak, soft.
I don't like to be fake. I'm always super genuine, super honest.
I was built to last. They're used to second place trophies. I don't accept fourth place, third place, second place. I was built to be tough. I was built to last. And I was built to get things done by any means necessary.
The people I know that are on it are Bobby. I mean, his name is either Bobby Ashley or Bobby Lashley, and I really should know that. He's like this giant black guy, and he and the people who are part of his crew, I know that they called, or at least as of last year, they called themselves the Hurt Business.
Hurt Business?
The Hurt Business. Right? They wear
Angle.
suits. And they're like,
okay.
we're cool. Like, we're like...
Okay, tell me, did you watch Rampage this week?
You know me. Yes, you do.
Do you like Dark Elevation?
People aren't built tough anymore. They aren't built to grind. They're built weak, soft. They're used to second place trophies.
jaBROni, jaBROni, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
Nah, we don't believe you jaBROnis. Nah, we don't believe you jaBROnis. Nah, we don't believe you jaBROnis. Nah.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to a special Thursday edition of the jaBROnis. And we have ourselves a new jaBROni World Champion. He's the COVID man. He was the birthday man, Mr. Mike Butler.
Oh, it's never felt so terrible to be jaBROni World Champion and 32, must I say. It was an awful start.
So, yes. And that's why...
I mean, it was a bittersweet start, I guess you could say.
I'll get... you're almost cleared now. I can come drop the title off to you, be around you now, but currently it's right over there. But it will be coming your way. But yes, so we had War Games.
We did.
And then your birthday was going to be the next day on Sunday?
The next day, yes, on Sunday. Not gonna lie, I came home from work Saturday night. Around like 6 o'clock, I started feeling like, this is weird. I can't move, basically, at work. It's like, whatever. And I took a test when I got home, came up negative. And then, I turned on War Games and just don't remember what happened. And then all of Sunday, my actual birthday, was not getting up from the couch. I like in my sleep turned Red Zone on and then just forgot everything that happened. And my wife came home and she got it too. Like, she was driving home from North Carolina in like the worst way. And then we just assumed, because we both have it, Sophia has it, but she's acting like it's all cool and stuff. Like, she's acting like nothing's affecting her. So maybe she doesn't have it. I don't know. We didn't test her. But yeah, Sunday was bad. Monday was bad. Tuesday started off okay, but then got bad. Same with Wednesday. And now today is probably the most I've moved around all week. I haven't eaten anything really since Saturday.
Did you lose your taste of anything?
No, Dana did though. Dana did.
So I got it right a few days before. I think New Year's Eve was on a Saturday, so I think I got it on Thursday, and I was like out of business for Thursday to Sunday, Monday almost. It was all, but I lost the taste for a few days, and that was like insane. Everything
It sounds like a weird concept.
like I remember like an Oreo, and you just know an Oreo, and it's
Yeah.
just like there's something in your mouth, but it's like you can't. It's not that. It's so weird. It
I
fucks
tried
with
to
your
like
head.
so she had a sip of Pepsi because we're trying right now. We're trying to test our, I guess, our digestive system because we haven't been able to eat anything heavy. So we're like, all right, let's try something. So she drank the Pepsi, and I was like, all right, explain to me what you're tasting right now. She's like, nothing. I was like, but explain to me what you're tasting. I'm like, nothing. I was like, all right, so you see that it's Pepsi, but what's going into your mouth? Pepsi. Okay, so what are you tasting? She's like, nothing.
Because you know what it tastes like, but it's not.
I'm like, so is it water? Is it water going into your mouth right now? Essentially, I don't know. I still don't get it.
Yeah, it was because it's more just messes with your head. And then in my, I was like Googling like things to try to do to get it back, and I was just like, if it lasted for, it literally would have drove you crazy, like because you're so used to certain things when you just consume them, like coffee, everything. It was so weird. But then slowly, like my smell too, like I could start smelling coffee beans, and then all of a sudden everything
Oh
came
man,
back.
she couldn't smell anything either, and she was like in her cabinet today, just sticking her nose in candles to make sure she can smell stuff, and she can barely smell them, and she's really upset about it.
It's the worst.
But I go back to work tomorrow, whether I have COVID or not. So,
woo!
I only missed a day, so it was no big deal. But on the bright side, you're gonna have to help me out because I don't know how I won the jaBROni World Championship.
I can recall. Well, it was a lot was kind of discussed. Like we talked on our predictions. We both picked Rollins, but we both kind of said that
Theory could
win. And I remember even saying that I even though I had that many points on Rollins, I had 4. I said I kind of would have preferred Theory to win. So I kind of blew up in my face there. We had the Bloodline ended up winning. I know I had the Brutes on that.
You did.
And then the Rollins one was really killing it. But then it was because the War Games too. You hit that right off the bat, the women's.
Yes.
So I needed to go like perfect going through. So at Rollins, if Rollins went that, it would have went down to you still winning, but we could have had it down to where the main event was the deciding factor for Rollins won. But no.
Yeah.
Dunzo. So our I know there's some article in here. They're trying to run some kind of special event in India, I believe, like a week or so before the Royal Rumble.
Hopefully they televise it.
But yeah, there's also I don't know how I just saw that there was a rumor about that. But as of right now, if not, I mean, we only have television. Like winter is coming in 2 weeks, but we only have next pay-per-view is the Rumble.
Which is such bullcrap because now I'm gonna have to worry about picking somebody to win 2 Rumbles, just to try to defend my title. It's been done before, but I'm just saying, like,
I feel as it gets close, we usually always kind of have more of a general idea of who may win the Rumble. But that was also during the Vince era, so maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll be a little bit more unpredictable, but who knows which direction they're going to go. But since then, yeah, I mean, we had War Games. The fallout now was Raw. We'll get to that, but maybe we'll get into a few stories I have here. And then there's some new ones that I didn't even click on that we're going to look at live here because I pulled all of these up late last night. The first thing was actually what I just mentioned about the major WWE event planned next month in India. This is reported from Sportskeeda. Likely date is Wednesday, January 18th. A mix of superstars, both Indian and international. And they're saying that Drew McIntyre will be like a huge part of it because he was out in India doing all this stuff, promoting because he had a recent trip out there. So
I mean, I'm just glad that, they're not doing what they did with Jinder and maybe, I don't know, giving somebody the title that shouldn't have the title just because they're going to India.
Drew's our new Indian guy.
Yeah, I guess I could see it a little bit, right?
Yeah, it said that when he went to India, he was part of a big Bollywood project. Dude, Drew McIntyre's gonna be in a Bollywood.
Dude, that'd be pretty sweet. Did you ever hear about the Undertaker Bollywood flick that they have over there?
Wait, no, is the Undertaker?
I think he's like, I don't know if it's like Bollywood, but he's like in a movie from like India. You gotta look it up. It's pretty wild. It might be Bollywood, I guess. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what Bollywood is.
I just thought that was
something was that what they call it?
I thought that was like Indian movies. That was their
maybe. So I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, he was in a Bollywood flick. It's pretty weird, like in full Undertaker purple gloves getup.
But we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. I'm sure soon, if that's going to be happening this Wednesday the 16th, that there would be an announcement. Pretty soon.
I would hope so. Pretty soon.
So they're saying, next up, kind of Rumble news. They're saying that the whole entire card for the Rumble is mapped out. There was a pitch made for a pitch black match.
I remember seeing this.
It was being seriously considered for the show. Source had no more details, but believing that it was involved with Bray Wyatt. I mean, he's currently involved with a storyline with LA Knight and also Uncle Howdy. And I don't know. I guess we're waiting for some more characters of the Wyatt Six, whatever we're getting here with Bray. But
do you think this is like a cinematic thing?
I mean, it seems that way. Like,
I mean, they always seem to do these with Bray.
Randy burned his house down. Braun like drowned him in a swamp or something.
Swamp. That's right. We had the Firefly Funhouse with Cena.
That was
great. A good one. We had, well, I guess that wasn't really a cinematic, but the Ring of Fire match with Kane.
He did something with did he do something with Hardy or?
Yeah, he did. Like it was like the Hardy compound, but not called the Hardy compound because I think Impact owns the compound name or something. I don't know. But yeah, really weird matches all around, good or bad. And I don't know how I feel about a pitch black match. I guess we'll see. Kind of intrigued by Alexa Bliss on Monday. Little logo flash behind her, and then she kind of went into a trance. Well, not a trance, more like a daze, if you will.
I think I may have missed that.
Yeah, just by the look on your face, you definitely missed it because there was an interview with her, Asuka, and Bianca, and with the, like, there's a screen in the background, and like the upside down butterfly or whatever flashed behind her, and then she was just like playing with her hair. And the interviewer asked her a question, and she didn't respond right away. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, totally, all good, haha." So it looks like they're gonna revisit that again.
We're getting dark Alexa Black.
Don't know if that's a good thing yet.
I don't know. Is Lily or I don't know. We'll see.
I better not see Lily.
All right, so I don't know why I didn't start this off with, but there's apparently did you hear about this Roman Reigns being heated after War Games?
I did.
So yeah, apparently there was an unplanned spot. I saw pictures on Twitter where you could see I don't know if it was the point where they were sharing blows, and I don't know, Roman looked all bruised up on the left cheek area. But yeah, apparently there was an unplanned spot. He was in the back. Expletives were thrown around, and I don't know. I kind of almost saw this as some people on Twitter trying to
Look, he's
drag Roman Reigns.
Look, he's old, he's tired, and he works with fucking children, dude.
There was some good stuff because he was supposed to be on the press conference, but because of this, apparently that's why we ended up getting Paul Heyman and Sami Zayn. I saw people comparing this to, remember when Lana was getting put through tables like every single week?
Do I?
And then it was getting built to a pay-per-view match where it was going to happen, but then Roman got it nixed because later on in the night he had a table spot.
Sometimes I forget that Roman can like do that, you know.
But they were like, people were like bringing that up, like kind of say, like trying to start saying like Roman's the problem. It's like no, like he was just probably pissed that he got like punched in the face really hard.
Yeah, he may have gotten like his ear pop or like his eardrum.
Yeah, that's what it
and whatever, you know. So like,
there's a way to take a punch there when you know it's coming.
You know it's coming.
And again, it could be an overshot. And if he did it did look up in that. It happens, but I mean, I think
talks now that the planned Owens Reigns match at the Rumble could be off the table now, which is crazy. You would hate to see Owens getting punished for something like this. Well, I guess punished. I guess would be the word. At the same time, it's like saw Reigns and Owens last year at the Rumble. I guess we don't need to see that again.
Because originally it seemed like it was going to be Sheamus when they were starting this.
I think that would be backup plan.
But they settled on Owens, and apparently it's said that Sami Zayn's going to be at, I believe, Elimination Chamber, which is in. They're doing that in Canada in February. So, I mean, I could see there. I think that's probably the way you go. And then slowly they do the Sami KO. So you got KO losing in January. You got Sami losing in February.
In Canada, too, huh?
But inevitably you get that big win and start taking titles off the Bloodline at Mania. You take the tag titles off. I don't know what the Roman deal is. There's also, I don't know if I pulled. No, that's not here. There's talked about Reigns pulling double duty at WrestleMania as well.
I feel like I've read an article here earlier in the week when I was at my worst about him defending on night 1 and night 2. Like one title on night 1, one title on night 2. And I was just like, again, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you designate someone to challenge one title and another person another title? Or why would somebody challenge Roman just for one title and not for both titles? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know how they do that.
In storyline, I mean, because we saw Adam Pearce back after, I haven't seen him in a while on TV. If they bring it back in storyline saying we need a title on Raw and we need a main title on SmackDown, and he's not able to, he's not on the show they could bring it in like literally just like you have to from now on, instead of just every time you have to defend both, and then it's definitely a way where you can just take one off of them somehow.
Or you could also it's kind of a stupid way to do it, but I don't see any other way you do this. Since Adam Pearce is back, maybe he promises a title shot to two people accidentally somehow. I don't know. Or maybe Triple H promises somebody a title shot. Adam Pearce promises somebody else a title shot. And they're like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And then boom, boom. You get one title, you get another title. You know, I don't know.
I would assume that we're getting, if we're having an elimination chamber, and if they're doing Reigns in a singles match with Sami, we're going to get an elimination chamber, I'm assuming, for men's and women's. I don't know if the women's is going to be for a title. I don't know. I'm assuming the men's would then have to be for but the Rumble's already, so I guess they could do the US title in there. I don't know.
I didn't think of that. I did not think of that.
Because you got to think whoever's winning the Rumble gets the title shot. So the elimination chamber really can't decide.
The only other way I could think of to make it have really matter is maybe Sammy wins the Rumble, and instead of him wanting it at WrestleMania, he wants it in his hometown of Canada at Elimination Chamber. And then you have a number one contenders Elimination Chamber match.
But wouldn't that isn't that like how people were saying about Austin Theory when he cashed in for like the US title? It's just like, dude, like why would you want
Why would you do that? Yeah.
You go there like once or twice a year with WWE, it's a Raw or whatever. It's like, why would you want to do like a B pay-per-view when you can be in Hollywood, WrestleMania main event? Like, it just wouldn't
make sense.
I mean, I get
then we're gonna get Austin Theory.
I could see the US title, since they're making so much relevancy with
trying to make it a big deal. Yeah,
put that in the Elimination Chamber, and then that's
maybe a tag team Elimination Chamber,
which was they've done that before.
They've done it before. Awesome. It was great,
but there's ways about it. What is this about? There's a couple articles all about this, which leads to what happened on Dynamite last night. But just overall, what are your thoughts with William Regal? And there's so much stuff.
I don't know. Like, is he there? Is he not there? What's he doing? I don't know. Like, it's pretty wild. Is it not?
I mean, on War Games, like Triple H tweeted like his GIF, and then we have like a double turn on Dynamite, where they kind of looked like they wrote him off television, and now I just saw there's newer articles out about backstage news on how William Regal is able to get out of his AEW deal. Let's see. Made it clear he has not confirmed anything, but he was relayed Alvarez. Let's see. Oh my God! Right, PW Insider and Fightful. Everything I say, I have to say per Fightful. I don't know what is going on with William Regal, but this is what I can tell you. I believe, and I was not told this outright, but I've kind of been given the indication that was the end of William Regal on AEW on last night's show. That was writing him off the show. He was beaten up by MJF, taken out on a stretcher, taken away in an ambulance. I believe we are not going to see him again in AEW. He originally signed a multi-year deal. It was going to be up in the spring. How is it a multi-year deal, but up in the spring? That's not a multi-year deal. That's like a 1 year.
It's next spring.
Like
coming up.
2 year deal though? Like
technically 2 is multi.
When you're reading the sentence, it sounds idiotic.
No, I understand.
Per idiots. All right, but this is Alvarez. But I mean, he could be an idiot too.
He is an
idiot. Yeah, so that's the vibe. And then it just with everything, it's just kind of what I seen, because it kind of, I had that feeling as soon as he handed, when I was watching it last night, as soon as he handed him the knucks, I was like, is he going to like hit him? And it didn't happen for another like a minute or so, but when it happened, I was just like, but also I remember when Regal came down last night, I was watching it, and then he comes out and he goes, "Your champion, Maxwell Jacob Freeman," and introduced MJF. And I remember just sitting there being like, wow, MJF really doesn't need anybody. He doesn't need like a Paul Heyman kind of, he doesn't need a piece with him at all. And we had the whole firm thing going. I was like, and then this, and it was just like, so kind of when it happened, I was just like, yes, yes, we don't need this. So I was excited about that. But we'll get into Dynamite more, but that was overall just the William Regal drama. He could be bouncing back and forth. He could be coming back.
Maybe they're sharing them.
Maybe they're sharing them. Ronda Rousey made the request to bring in Brian Kendrick for her match against Shotzi. And there's all robble on the internet. I mean, there was
Look, dude.
she was also trending. Fire Ronda was trending, I believe.
Look, I don't like Ronda Rousey's run here as much as the next guy. I'm not gonna wish for a job or anything like that. You know, I'm also not a internet nerd. Or 12 years old.
I'm both.
The Brian Kendrick stuff is weird. Like, I understand that he trained her, right? Sort of?
Yes.
Okay. So I get that aspect, but I mean, WWE should probably know, like, yo, I can't really bring him in because things that he said. So, no. But, you know, that'll get brushed under the rug, I'm sure.
Yeah, it got out. But people are not happy just with Ronda in general because there was a big spot outside on the outside of the ropes during the match that it just looked terrible, and people were Ronda was really getting it from everywhere.
Yeah, and hey, again, I'm with you there. Like, I don't think she's having a good run this year.
But that's a SmackDown problem.
It's a SmackDown problem.
The Raw women's. I mean, we got back, and it instantly. It's so crazy how she just can pop up and just reignite. Like, I feel like the women's division, like, she's just got this, and I've sometimes been again. I was the whole man, the fake Stone Cold routine she did for the longest time. Sometimes would be sour on her, but she really is like the heartbeat. And no offense to Bianca Belair, she's been killing it. But Raw, like right now, I mean, Raw has the best, I think, women's division, best kind of thing going on. What am I saying? All right, I'm done. They told me to talk about it for like a few seconds. There's an article about this is also William Regal. William Regal said when he went to AEW, he asked personally Mr. McMahon if he could use his name, and Vince was like, "Cool, I don't care about that company anymore. I don't like wrestling. It's stupid."
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's reports. This is like a day after we recorded last week that Zack Ryder, even more Matt Cardona stuff. Woo, woo. It looks like jerking Matt Cardona. Woo, woo, woo. You're doing it sideways.
I didn't go up and down.
All right, let's see. Oh my God, we have major names being discussed for WrestleMania weekend shows. What does that mean?
There's talks of them doing like more shows during WrestleMania week too, like kind of like one man shows stuff, like kind of like the Undertaker. They were discussing Steve Austin,
Edge,
and Trish Stratus, and all that.
All the one man shows. Also, oh my God, there's more Ronda Rousey news. Raquel Rodriguez will challenge Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Championship at the Rumble pay-per-view.
And I just saw that there might be a Hell in a Cell match. And I don't remember who said it, but I literally just saw it as I was scrolling Twitter.
Well, it really seems now that that's going to be all those we talked about before. All the like gimmick pay-per-views seem like they're going to be done, except I guess Elimination Chamber this year.
Yeah, he during that War Games press conference, he seemed pretty adamant that, like, you know, Money in the Bank and Elimination Chamber may still have their own pay-per-view, because Hell in a Cell is like a blow-off match. Yeah. You know, you can't like blow off a rivalry in Money in the Bank or Elimination Chamber.
And the only way to get rid of the Money in the Bank pay-per-view is just, it has to be like at Mania.
Yeah.
Like me, but if not, yeah, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with Money in the Bank as pay. I always loved Money in the Bank, and honestly, it's had some of my most favorite moments ever. I mean, the whole
I get that,
every
but
single Shield member was the fucking WWE champion in one night, and it was fucking awesome.
I get it, but like, I still think it should be at Mania. I don't know.
I wouldn't mind it, but I like even enough where they don't know if it's going to be Survivor Series War Games every year.
Yeah.
Like War Games is another one where it's like it's a blow off spot, and I think it should be like selected where I don't think there should be two of them on the same night. Like I think at a certain point, like women's are feuding in a team, and it happens, and it's not since we have it there, the men's have to have one too. Literally, it's like you said before, it's a blow off spot, and then we're good. If it's used like that, that's we'll see. But again, I mean, are we going to keep the Survivor Series name?
Yeah, I don't know if we'll see War Games every year at Survivor Series.
I feel like the name will always be Survivor Series, and I guess I just don't think it's going to happen again. I don't think War Games has happened to Survivor Series next year. I think we're going to get a Survivor Series.
I agree.
And we should have with the OC, and it was set up. It was literally there for you to have a Survivor Series match at Survivor Series, and you're just like, nah.
I appreciate the one-on-one Finn AJ match, but nah.
It was great, but they were like, no, we're good. We're good here. Yeah. All right. I think that's most of the.
There was some uproar happening for this
Robble?
This wrestling promotion, this indie promotion. It's called Find Yourself Wrestling. It sounds like it's a real big ripoff of Control Your Narrative Wrestling. It's called FYW, Find Yourself Wrestling, and it's got booked on there former WWE superstar Brian Kendrick.
Oh, shit.
Who is a Nazi enthusiast. You have former WWE superstar James Ellsworth, who likes to do things also. And here's the kicker. He's billed as this. From Peacock, Teddy Hart.
No fucking way.
Yes. With others. But you got Nunzio on there. You got someone who looks like Skinny Omega.
Oh my god, where's Marty Skrull at? Where's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
them all there.
You got Pitbull Gary Wolf on there. I don't think he's in trouble, but those three are the main attractions.
I guess we should, because I finally got to watch this documentary.
Oh yeah, do an absolute review of it.
It's crazy how
pretty wild, right?
He's just out and about and joining FY, whatever the fuck it is.
FYW.
FYW. That was a watch.
That was a watch, man. I wasn't expecting it.
I snuck in the first two episodes right before War Games. It literally went right up to, it was like 7:59, and I finished the second episode. I was like, shit, I gotta watch War Games now. And as soon as it was done, I watched I had it right back up. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I think I kind of watched it during War Games.
Man, you were double peacocking?
It was great. Yeah, I'm somehow able to double peacock.
Nice.
But wow. Yeah. Wow.
I thought that was funny seeing that post there. They then tweeted something. If you'll bear with me. Because like so many wrestling sites, I guess, said something. And then they tweeted something saying, if we all made our decisions / judgments based off of what we read on dirt sheets or saw on television, the world would be a sick place. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with people, bro.
I don't think we'll ever know.
We live in this world. We choose to live in this world.
We just try.
We do things.
We try. Yeah, we try. We try to do stuff and things. All right. So, what did you think of Raw this week?
Oh, I don't know. I think I was kind of watching. What do we have? All right. So we had Rhea Ripley and Michin fight to a no contest. That's still Mia Yim, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it might be Michin Yim, maybe. I don't know.
She's okay. Judgment Day defeated the OC. Oh yeah, we had the 4-on-4 should have been at Survivor Series match on Raw. Here.
OC Judgment Day.
Yeah. Street Profits returned. That was pretty cool to see. That I remember. Loomis got his contract. I didn't see Loomis. I didn't see Candice LeRae, and I unfortunately did not see Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso because I was dead. But I do remember the 8-man. I remember the Street Profits, and that was cool. And I remember that Alexa Bliss promo, which was good. Unfortunately for that, while Alexa Bliss was in her little trance, Bianca was talking, and I don't remember what she said because I was so fixated on Alexa Bliss. So kind of took away from Bianca.
You were in a trance.
I was in a trance. I was dead.
I'm very happy that the Miz Dexter Loomis storyline it's I believe it looks like it's done. The only thing I do have to say though, at least they I think who said I think Alvarez said this. He was saying and I agree with this completely. At least this storyline had a beginning, a middle, and an end. And he compared it to a year ago at Survivor Series with Vince McMahon and the Golden Egg. And it's just that went nowhere at all.
That's not true.
It really did. It was just what was it?
It was Austin Theory.
Yeah, but what?
He was trying to impress Vince.
But what was the point of the Golden Egg?
It Give me a minute.
It was so stupid. At least this they didn't know where they were going with that. It seemed, and at least this storyline, that just knew it was going to end with Dexter Loomis getting a contract, and we've reached that point. And I just hope now, are we not supposed to forget that he got fired? He did, and he came back, and now he's got a contract. They gave they were giving out a bag of money because when you sign a contract with WWE, you get your bag of your contract money is in a bag. And I think there was a $100 bill. A kid had it, and the Miz took it back, and then he got a super kick, and then they gave the $100 bill back, and then there was kids instantly checking to see if the money's real.
I wish all jobs did that. Put in the burlap sack. Here's your year's worth of pay.
But speaking of Theory came out and he had a kind of promo about being a kid. Who's a kid now? And Seth came out, wants the rematch, and it's going to happen on Theory's terms. So I guess we'll be seeing that at the Rumble. They also just seem like two dudes who would also be in the Rumble as well.
They do? Yes, I agree.
So let's see what else happened. I know there was when Candice LeRae was coming out. I remember they did this thing in the background. She was walking down the little hallway, and you saw Nikki pop out.
Oh, really?
All creepy, watching her as she was walking down.
She's a creepy chick.
We had Candice LeRae's back match, and Kevin Owens stunned Jey Uso. Got a lot of time that match too at the end to close out the
yeah. Oh, and then the promo Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn did. Kevin Owens is disappointed. Just disappointed. Like I don't want to fight you. I don't want anything to do with you. It's so sad, and it's gonna make the reunion to like Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth levels of emotional.
They're pulling as far away as possible, even to the point when Sammy had to break up the pin and the War Games match that he didn't break up the pin. He grabbed the ref from counting 3, and just that small little detail just is so much to a storyline. It's just like he's still deep down, he loves his best friend. Oh, they're gonna get us so good. They're gonna get us so good, and we know it's coming.
I know. And then Owens is gonna lift Sammy up on his shoulder and parade him around like Savage would do. As I still jerk off Zack Ryder.
Woo, woo, woo. And then we had, since this is a very special Thursday edition, we had Dynamite last night. We already talked about the MJF. I saw also, again, a lot of people complaining about MJF on the mic all this time.
Really?
Yes. Through the Twitter feed, people were saying like, oh, like this is too much. Like, shut up. He's this company. He is this company. If
that don't make any sense.
If he wants the whole hour, he's going to have the whole hour.
Whatever MJF wants, you give him at this point, okay? And then if you're a fan of AEW, you sit there and you like it, okay? Because I tell you what, if he leaves, there goes a lot of your ratings. Remember how terrible AEW was doing in ratings because MJF wasn't there?
Now, did you see this promo?
No, I was dead.
Oh, no. It was just so it was everything. The bidding war of 2024 came up. Saint Nick.
I've read highlights. I just didn't watch anything.
He drops Nick Khan, Triple H, the whole shebang. He unveiled the BBB, his new title,
the big Burberry belt.
Yeah,
I was looking at it. I didn't understand what was different, but then I guess the strap is Burberry.
Yeah, the straps. It looks leather, but it has like that scarf imprint in the.
Does it? I didn't notice.
Yeah, when you look like real close at it, it looks cool. Yeah, he threw the old belts. It was good. It was a really good promo. But of course, why wouldn't it be? It's MJF.
Of course.
But beginning of the show, we started off with a banger. We had randomly Dax Harwood just wants to go like, "Yo, fucking really good, and I want to wrestle Bryan Danielson." So that happened. They put on a great match. They went like 15 minutes. We ended up getting what was it, the LaBelle lock?
Yeah,
we had a tap out, and then they showed.
I was real mad that I decided to just pass out during this because that's what I really turned the show on. I was treated to an absolute awesome opening segment with Moxley and Hangman.
Oh yes, how did I skip right over that?
I don't know how you skipped all over that, but that was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. So unexpected on so many levels.
So we're last week we're wishing, thank you, John. Thank you for everything. Go have a great time on your vacation. Moxley's like, fuck all you. Like, I'm gonna put Hangman over now before I leave, and then I'm gonna go on vacation.
Are we sure? Because he's like, dude, do you guys not know how vacation works? I booked this time for this week. That week has passed. I couldn't go, so now I don't go on vacation. That's kind of how it is.
No,
he didn't get no refund. He didn't rebook. He missed it. He ain't going on vacation.
Him and his wife have both lucrative deals with AEW. One just signed currently. The other one just re-signed for like 6 years. So I think they can go on vacation whenever they like. So they just tell somebody and then they book everything.
Well, no,
Renee probably does.
if they miss a show, their contracts are null and void.
They didn't read the fine print,
Yes,
unfortunately.
it's in tiny little letters.
Yeah, but it looks like now, they had like the whole opening segment, and then it continued to where, and I like this where it kind of made sense for all the Regal to be able to come out. They had Moxley just completely kicked out of the building by time Regal came out. So I kind of thought that was kind of good storytelling wise. Because if not, like, why wouldn't he have come out? And then also because like Bryan Danielson came out, and then also because the Blackpool Combat Club's a thing still, right?
It's starting to get to a point where, I mean, I think Claudio and Yuta team up this Wednesday. But it's starting to like get to like corporate ministry type of levels where you don't know if they're still together or not. Nobody really disbanded the group.
Because the only person technically out now is like Regal, because Regal turned his back on Blackpool Combat Club, but everyone else is still there, and they all like Mox doesn't hate Bryan Danielson, and they all still like. So I'm assuming they're still, but it's just kind of weird to like.
I feel a heel turn coming from Moxley, to be honest, and I do see the Blackpool Combat Club leaving. I also think it now makes zero sense to call yourself the Blackpool Combat Club because Blackpool is in England and no one from there is an England person.
But Moxley came up with that name.
Did he? Is that true?
That is true. Yeah, he came up with it.
I guess.
But I mean, it's based off.
It's based off of William, right? I mean, I guess Vegas Combat Club or Ohio Combat Club doesn't really have the same ring to it.
That's true. I just saw that you missed a TNT title match, apparently, if you were sleeping. Did you not know that AR Fox had a title shot?
Did you see my tweet about that?
No, I didn't. I don't know who the fuck AR Fox is.
That's what I said. So that day, Tony Khan signed AR Fox and posted it on Twitter, like the whole AR Fox is all elite graphic. And I retweeted that. I was like, time to fire up the old Google machine.
That's great. Twitter hates that joke.
Yeah, I know. Nobody I don't know how to get interaction on this fucking website, dude, because that was gold, and I retweeted Tony Khan, and I know everybody looks at his retweets and shit, so like, what the hell? Nobody responded, didn't piss anyone off. The only person I seem to have pissed off this week is somebody who's like president of Zero News' fan club.
It's our guy. I think I'm mute because I've muted a lot. I don't see anything. Like, I always go through my feed and just see like someone like quote tweeting like Sap or a Fightful something, and it's all just says I don't, because I just have them all muted, or I don't want to see. If you start retweeting way too many like weird wrestling companies where it's like some dude wrestling some chick, and it's like nonstop retweets from that organization, and you'll slowly get muted, because I'm not going to go watch your event in the middle of the United States. I don't know why you're retweeting it every 3 seconds. This is almost a jaBROni of the week rant, but we're not there yet. But Twitter would not like the Google joke, though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I know. That was.
I don't know, but he signed and he got an instant TNT title shot. And there was interaction with Wardlow. He's all like, "This is Wardlow's world," and so I guess we're gonna Wardlow and Samoa Joe at some point.
So
Ricky Starks had a little bit of a backstage promo saying he's gonna be in the battle royal for the Dynamite Diamond Ring, which gets you a title shot. So it's like everyone's just getting these titles. So we got.
Does it?
Yeah, apparently.
Has MJF gotten 3 title shots?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
won it 3 years in a row. I feel like he's been.
He's gotten 3 AEW title shots, and he just won his shit.
I feel like he's. I feel like that's about right.
It's wild.
It's
wild.
I'm still just on this AR Fox. The other thing too, the end of the MJF promo I thought was great because he reiterated that email that he's always been upset about, and he reworded it. Basically, he redid the email and sent it to William Regal while he was knocked out. And I thought that was like a beautiful ending to all of it.
Yeah.
And then AR Fox, man, TNT title.
That's good stuff.
Ricky Starks did have a match with Ari Daivari too, real quick. Anna Jay had a match with Willow Nightingale. Jade Cargill came out with her baddies, and they had a celebration. And then she was just saying, like,
Jade, man, she showed up.
She was in a dollar currency outfit.
Fantastic.
She really is. But she started talking mad shit, saying she's the best. She's the biggest draw in the company. She's the go-to. And Bow Wow showed up again.
I don't understand this fucking shit at all. Like, I get why they're feuding, I guess, but this is stupid. I don't want to see Bow Wow.
It's like Bow Wow being all like rapey and stuff, and it's like, dude, isn't like Jade like married and have like a daughter? It's just like, dude, like what are we doing here? Like,
I hate this. I hate this. Why? What's it going to lead to? A Bow Wow Jade Cargill match? Zero interest in that.
Yeah, I don't know where Bow Wow. I mean, they're trying to get their celebrity. I mean, they had their Shaq. They had. Who else did they bring?
Celebrity. Bow Wow peaked in Like Mike. That's it, bro.
I don't get it. It's not. It's
last time Bow Wow was relevant, he had the word Lil in front of his name.
That is true. I don't think he's touring. I guess he's doing. Does he do his old Lil stuff?
I guess I don't even remember his Lil stuff.
I don't even. Yeah, Bow Wow Wow yippee yo
yippee yay. Where are my dogs at? Is that him? Yeah, okay.
That's all I know. And wild. He was in Like Mike.
He was in Like Mike.
That's where I like the Cap. And not Cap how like the kids say it. No Cap. I don't even know if they say that anymore. That's probably not cool.
They definitely still say that.
Oh boy, Cap. We had the Acclaimed. They're with Billy Gunn doing like some kind of like drill segment about they're gonna give the tag team title shot to the best tag team in AEW on Rampage this week. But they did not announce who is the second best tag team in AEW and who they're facing on Rampage. I guess it already happened. I'm assuming Rampage was taped last night, so we'll find out who the number one. I'm assuming they're wrestling FTR on Rampage, I guess. If it's
I mean, you said best tag team, so I mean it would have to be FTR.
So I guess that they're gonna film FTR beating the Acclaimed on a taped Rampage
at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
And they're gonna air it Friday at 12. Oh, it's so genius. And they also had the match 3, in which they did not go the route of maybe potentially going down 3-0. We had the Elite take one here. We got a 2-1 going.
Whatever.
I don't even know how to like review. Like, it started off, it was crazy with off the ramp, and they started attacking them right during the entrance. We got
what I hate? You know what I hate? Here's what I hate.
All right.
This is the best of 7. And people on Twitter trying to cover this like it's a motherfucking World Series. They're calling it Game 3. You see people calling it Game 3. I think that's the dumbest thing ever. I don't know. It's stupid. It's a dumbass best of 7 series.
Dude, and Game 3 went to the Elite.
It's so stupid. No, this is Game 4, right? No, this is Game 3.
It was Game 3 went to
Yeah,
the Elite. The Elite.
I don't get the get the joke.
I would say I was at a Sesame Place the night before Thanksgiving. I saw a dude in a AEW jacket when I was there, and I was like, "Dork!" I didn't do that. I just kept saying to my wife, I was like, "Yo, look, he's got an AEW jacket on." Did you see it? He's like, "Stop talking to me. I don't care." I was like, Sorry about that. So yes, we're 2-1 on this series. I don't know if Game 4 is next week or if they're doing. I know there's a gap between like 2 of them, so we might not get it next week, but we could get it next week. I know they have it mapped out, and again, I don't feel like looking it up, but I know that it's all staged all the way through. Game 7, if necessary. Game 6 is going to be necessary. This is great times. There's no tournaments though. Are we done? Yeah, is that all done?
Well, we believe the we have the World Cup tournament that ends tomorrow.
All right.
Santos versus Ricochet.
Oh yeah. That was forgettable. Yeah, Santos.
But then we're done.
And then
yeah, unless someone gets injured, relinquishes the title, or bites somebody.
Thunder already did that.
Oh, right.
So we're all good in here. All right. So all right. First, gonna throw this out here, whip this together. But coming very, very soon. You're goddamn right. It's back. The 3rd annual jaBROnis.
Just snuck up on you. I'm like, it's not even December yet. And then I look up and I'm like, oh my God, it's December.
The most prestigious award show in wrestling.
I gotta tell you, this is gonna be probably the most memorable. What a year it has been, as far as moments, as far as matches. And I don't know about you. I mean, you probably do have one, but me, I don't have a slam dunk jaBROni of the year.
I don't know if I'm locked on one, but there's.
I mean, if history means anything, Mick Foley is definitely your jaBROni of the year, which is crazy. Dark horse.
It seems like he got it a few times, and Noel got it. So I mean, yeah, I feel like if there's a pie chart, the Foley's like 52 weeks a year, like something like it take up a decent amount of that. But there's been a lot. It'd be great if we had the time to pay someone to go through all of our and do like a montage of the.
I would have to. That would have been a really cool thing to do this week when I had the actual time.
It's like go to every episode, go to the end.
Need to get a whole nother bout of COVID.
I'll say it, and then I'll somehow like try to do it somehow. So you never know. Maybe it'll be there, but
Oh no.
I could totally see me going through and screen recording every Jabroni of the Week segment. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Speaking of a jabroni, here's a little breaking news. Antonio Brown and the police are reportedly in a standoff as he has locked himself in his residence because there's a warrant out for his arrest for domestic violence.
Oh my God, Antonio Brown's gonna die.
He's gonna die. Speaking of jabroni. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I guess that.
Oh, also, shout out to Dominic because he was on The Bump, that show you were talking about.
Oh, dude, The Bump? You were watching it?
I saw this clip, and I guess one of the no good interviewers asked him why he attacked Ray on Thanksgiving. This is where Dominic officially wins me over to. His answer. I attacked him because he had his Christmas tree up before November was even over. You goddamn right. That is the dumbest shit ever. Thank you, Dominic. I can't believe the 180 he's done.
Literally, I'm gonna be voting for McFoley for president next year. The way things are going with you and the Mysterios.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Crazy.
But speaking of jabronis, let's do this.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jabroni.
All right, jabroni of the week time. And I was coming into this, I was telling you right before, I was like, I don't really have like a standout one this week. I don't have anything that really got me too upset. I feel like I was more upset about things in this episode that we already discussed more than a moment that stuck out.
Yeah.
But then you kind of were mentioning a few things before we started, and I was like, well, yeah, guys kind of being an idiot this week. But are you all set with your
Yeah, I do. Look, I don't know. This must have been from today-ish, or I don't know this show. I never heard of this show before. The Alex Jones show. He did the InfoWars program. Had Kanye West, who this man is wearing a mask or ski mask that covers his whole face. He's wearing gloves.
Like he's done it before too. Like he's worn that.
He's worn this getup before?
Yeah, he's worn it at like fashion shows. I feel like at basketball, like at a Lakers game. Like he's been out in public wearing that shield thing before.
It's really weird. Anyway, he went on this show and praised Adolf Hitler. Some of the quotes. I see good things about Hitler. I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me. You can love us, and you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts, and you can love what we're pushing with the pornography. But this guy, Hitler, that invented highways and invented the very microphone that I use as a musician, you can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good. I'm done with that. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler. Well, the microphone was invented by Emil Berliner in 1877. Not Hitler.
Hey.
I mean, and I doubt he invented highways too. I mean, I don't think anyone really invented highways, you know? I don't think there's like a Jack Highway who was like, you know what? This is a fucking highway. He went later on saying, I like Hitler. He literally used the words, I like Hitler. He claimed that the Jewish media has made us feel like Nazis and Hitler have never offered us anything of value to the world.
He literally used the words. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on you with this one.
What's that?
I'm gonna hop on you with this one. I just don't know the end game. I saw him. He was on talking about buying his own bank. I mean, the Gap cut him out, and he's just. I just feel like he's literally just wants. I mean, there's certain. I can't say that I agree with anything he says because he says so many crazy things. But the things he said about like certain people in like media, like kind of like not like like Illuminati thing, which I mean it's not far off from, but like where some celebrities I feel like are trained, like you say this and you do this, and there's like, and if you don't, we'll ruin you. And I feel like he's on that edge where he's trying to be like, yo, like Dave Chappelle's kind of touched on it a little bit before, like his stand-up and stuff, but he's just I just don't know. He seems like he's going crazy.
Seems like it. He's definitely crazy.
So I think that's a solidified jaBROni of the week.
Yep.
Yeet.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
All right. Well, I forgot to plug in my power source for this, so it literally is going to go off in 2 minutes. So this is perfect.
Nice.
So you guys can follow us on YouTube, the jaBROnis Pod, on Twitter, jaBROnis Pod, Twitch, jaBROnis Pod. He's Madcap jaBROni. I'm Happy jaBROni. We're going to be back next week discussing all the nonsense of the week and whatnot. Anything else?
Nah.
Yeah, we had to rush it a little bit. That's all. But we'll be back next week.
Sounds good.
Until then, jaBROnis. Out.
jaBROni, JABRONIXYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.